Right, final video of the trilogy. This time we're actually going to be battling with the decks. Let's just get on with the battles. Right, we're back. We've got everything sleeved up. Now we need to have a good shuffle. So we found that the best way to shuffle is separate it out. We've only got 40 cards in, so 4 piles, and then we'll repeat it over. You can even go backwards and forwards.
Like this. I like the method where you just go backwards and forwards. So once you get to the end, you do it.
Do you feel that it gives it a better shuffle, do you? So we should just have, there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pile these back up. You barely got 4 separated piles. And then we shuffle each pile back together. Now, Cold as Ice is going to have to just nip into my bag and get something because we've got no dice. So,
okay,
what we're going to be playing for is
booster packs.
Booster packs.
The winner.
Except with these, what we've got is we've got 2 of each of these designs. So the winner gets to pick first. That's all we're playing for. Is that the winner gets to pick from the packs first.
Yeah, so you don't get to keep them at all. Well, he does, but still. Still.
Right, so
I'm going to win because I have badges.
when you're starting a game, what's the first thing you always do?
Draw your hand.
No, you don't draw your hand first.
Wait.
The first thing we always do when we're starting a game,
you do the odds or even or heads or tails,
is we either flick a coin. We've got a few coins here.
Do you know how to flick?
So we've got a few different designs of coins here. I picked a few extra coins up the starters. Look, there's the starters.
You know which one. You know which one I'm.
And then we've got a Detective Pikachu. Ah, but you know that we don't use coins. Deoxys? No? Latios? Rayquaza. I cannot say without me glasses.
I've seen the anime.
What we tend to do is instead of using a coin, we use a dice. So heads would be 2, 4, or 6, and tails would be 1, 3, or 5. So odds and evens, heads and tails. We'll just put these away. They'll be going into my dice collection later. Dice collection.
What type of
Coin collection. So heads or tails?
heads?
Heads it is. Would you like to go first or second?
First.
First, right. Now what we do is we've shuffled our decks as you saw. We then draw 7 cards.
I will let him do the explaining.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards.
As he does it,
Now we're looking for a basic.
Okay.
So we want a basic card to become our active Pokemon, which is up front. Now, because you can't quite see it, I'm going to keep these a little bit forward of me mat. So up to 5 other basics you can place on your mat. In fact, if I place it down here, you might see better. So if I've got any other basics, I can place them down there. Once we're in a position to start, we can then place our prizes.
There's 2 ways to do it.
Now,
2 ways.
Only 4 because this is a 40 card deck.
There's 2 ways to also do these. That way or that way.
Right. I always prefer, because these are training mats, to keep them the way of the training mat.
But I like it that way. I'm comfortable with that way. I don't like doing it this way because it's just For me, cold's very inefficient.
So, you were going first, right?
So
we now turn over. Oh, that's me hand. I nearly turned my hand over. Oh, now Ice came up with this strategy. We were talking about it. These cards that he's picked, it seems like a strange thing to do, but it was a strategy he came up with on his own. So I thought that was brilliant.
why? Because
Right.
if you have like
So it's good. I can't get it to focus. Do the manual focus. There we go. So you'll see it's got this attack. Let's all roll out. Yep. So I'll show you the attack and then I'll take it back like this so that I can actually read it, because I cannot read it when it's in front of the camera. So let's all roll out. This attack does 20 damage for each of your benched Pokemon that have the Let's All Roll Out attack. He's got 3 in, which means for the 2 energy that it costs, he could actually do 60 damage straight off, which is quite good.
and if you have 6 of these little buddies.
So, I was going first. The first thing I have to do for my turn is draw a card. So that will go
Anyways,
on to Smeagol. I can't play a supporter because it's my first turn. And I can't attack because it's my first turn. With the other cards that I've got in my hand, that's all I can do. So I now pass turn.
so I will draw for turn. I said I was going. Hold on. anyways. So I think I'll do that.
Oh. So these have abilities. Latios and Latias have abilities. One's called Blue Assist, one's called Red Assist. And basically, the Latias can put an energy onto Latios, and Latios can put an energy onto Latias. Now, Sonia allows him to shuffle.
Not Sonia.
Not Sonia, Shauna. Shauna allows him to shuffle his hand into his deck, and it's a bit erratic shuffling.
I don't know how to
He
shuffle.
can then draw 5 cards. Do you want me to shuffle for you?
Yes, that's about to like.
You've made a bit of a mess there, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you've got a load of cards upside down and all sorts. Now, why I know that I've said he's got a load of cards upside down. While that doesn't sound like a big deal, in a game like this it isn't a big deal. But if you were at a tournament and your opponent found that you had cards upside down, that could be an issue. Once you've played with the sleeves a little bit, you can sometimes tell the direction of the sleeve, and that could be considered again to be marking the cards in some way. So you've got to be very careful with your cards. All I do to shuffle is just a nice light grip, half the cards, introduce them back into themselves, and make sure that I always go back over this top card and never lift the top card up and go back on like that, because that leaves this top card in the same place. So always making sure that I go further down the deck so that there's at least 1 or 2 cards that are always on top of the cards that I'm reintroducing. And then, just to finally do it, we split, or we allow our opponent to split.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5.
So now Sean is out to play. It goes down into the discard pile.
That is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Oh no. I guess the only thing I can do is...
Oh,
And I
is
will
that
end,
it?
and I
Dear
will end
me.
my turn.
Right, so I'll draw for turn. This time I will play Sonia, which is why I got mixed up last time. And that allows me to search my deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon or 2 basic energy. So basic means it's got to have the word basic in that top left hand corner. So Deoxys is a basic. He's going to come out, and we're also going to bring out a Meloetta, which is also a basic. We also can have a look through our deck at the same time. That's allowed. We then, because we've looked through our deck, must shuffle. Again, remembering to always lift it over the cards that we're separating. And then just final cut. They're going to go into my hand. Sonia then goes out of play. And I want those straight onto my bench. And oh, can't do that. I think I've got to put another energy on here, onto Smeagol, and I can't do anything else, so I pass my turn.
Okay. So I will draw for turn. Darn it. Oh god, no. And then I will and then I will this is the worst hand I could have. I actually don't know what to do, so I'm gonna I end my turn.
Oh, that was a huge end of turn without really doing anything. So I've got to put another energy onto Smeagol.
Of course.
Yep, and Smeagol can now use his Tail Whap, and Tail Whap is going to do 60 damage, and we indicate with that with these little dice. A 6 and a 2, that's 8, which multiplied by 10, these dice we always multiply by 10, so that's 80 damage.
Hold on.
That leaves Latios with only 50 health points remaining. There is a different type of dice as well. So yep, you can use that type of dice, which is an 8, showing that it's got 80 damage.
So I'm going to draw for turn. No, I don't want to turn you into it. There's nothing I can really do. Again. That's turn again.
Oh,
I'm saving.
right. Right. Now I'm going to play the supporter Schoolgirl, which allows me to draw 2 cards. And because my opponent has exactly 4 prize cards left, I can draw 2 more. So now I can put a Dreepy onto the bench, And I'm going to start. Oh, all right. I'm going to start powering up Deoxys. Schoolgirl should go into the discard pile, and I'm going to use Tail Whop for the knockout, which gives me one of my prize cards.
Shivering. Knowing
Is Latios scared?
Latios is scared.
Scared of a little Smeagol. The artwork on Smeagol is fantastic though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So we'll have to slap you. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything to Goodbara or Maril because we'll lose. I'm sorry, Maril. Taking a one for the team. How's Maril?
Well, you've evolved them quite early.
I have no other chance.
Well, no. If you hadn't evolved them, if you had another energy the next turn, your attack would have at least done 40 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you want to put it back in your hand? I'll be fair.
Yeah.
Right, go on then.
Okay, and then I'll end my turn. Take the hit.
Draw for turn.
That was entirely out.
Now, this one's a bit of a waste of a card,
Mercy.
to be honest.
Mercy.
But I know why it's a bit of a waste, because I believe that there is only, if at all, yep, there it is. There's only one Fusion Strike card in there, but I'm still using it for the simple reason that that's going to allow us to attach 2 energy this turn, whereas if there'd been 2 Fusion Strike in there, that would have allowed us to play 3 energy this turn. And that's why I think Elsa Sparkle is going to see a lot of play. So that goes on with the Elsa Sparkle. That goes down there. And what we're going to do is we're going to put an energy card onto Meloetta.
Oh no.
Tail Whap for 80 damage. And there's the 80 damage.
Okay, that looks better. Anyway, that's gone now. It's empty. Anyways, I'm going to draw for 10. Okay. This isn't good. This is good. Hiya. 1.
Schoolboy. Oh,
2.
because I've got 3. Ice gets to draw 4 cards.
Oh, cool.
Because it's the opposite of schoolboy. Schoolgirl. Because schoolboy is 1, 3 or 5 prize cards left.
Victini.
So, yeah, things are looking up for Ice here.
No, I could use that. Wait, actually, no, it's ironic. No, there's an early chance because everything else is gone. Okay.
Energy on to Togedemaru. You retreating?
Retreating.
Oh.
I'll just use this empty space and then bring him up. Don't do this, Togedemaru. Please, it's the only chance.
Right, again, I didn't see that had stopped recording.
Okay.
I'm down so that I've got 2 prize cards left.
Now, you know what? We can still get the energy back. Fiery cheering!
Yep. So that goes straight onto
Maril.
yeah.
Please do this, my demise is near.
So I draw for turn.
You wouldn't hurt a tiny Maril, would you?
I'm going to place
The Maril.
Fusion Strike onto Dracloak. And I'm going to use Tail Whap for another knockout. So that's another prize card. I'm down to one prize card left.
My imminent demise is coming for me. I will fight it off. Don't worry, team. Can I do something? I will fight it. Yeah! I am now stronger than I've ever been.
Now, dive and rescue. Put up to 3 in any combination of Pokémon and supporter cards from your discard pile into your hand.
So,
If you're using that, so
boom.
3 in any combination. So that means any 3 Pokemon and or, so it's only 3 cards in total.
Sean.
So if you wanted the 2 supporters, you would have to only bring 1, right?
Ow! I am always going to be stronger than any living being.
Draw for turn. Dragapult. So evolve into Dragapult. We're going to put this Fusion Strike onto Meloetta. And we're going to retreat Smeargle. Bring up the powered up Meloetta. And we're going to do Melodious Echo, which is 70 times the number of Fusion Strike energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So I've got 1, 2, 3 Fusion Strike energies on.
You make me mad! You make me very
So
mad!
that is 210 damage, knocking out
I'm so very mad.
Azumarill. So I take the final card for this game,
Just to add a bit of fun to it.
just to add a bit of fun, yeah.
The Marvel talks.
So it could be very different in our next game.
Oh.
Oh, you see a lot of your support was there, wasn't it?
The Jigglypuff that could
Yeah,
have
the other Jigglypuff that would have put your attack up.
to 40.
Yeah. So I'm going to give both decks a shuffle. I better make sure that I separate them out because this could get very confusing.
By the way, you know that I have that as well. One of these.
So,
Oh, there it is.
because Ice lost, yeah,
Pika pika.
Ice gets to pick whether he goes first or second in this second game.
Yep.
Normally we have 3 games, but if somebody wins the first 2 games, you don't generally worry about
Yeah.
the third game. So would you like to go first or second?
I would go second.
Second again? So we
Wait, no, the first.
the first time you went second.
I'll go first.
You're going to go first this time.
Let's see if this wins.
So we each draw our 7 cards. Then we have to check whether we've got a basic or not.
Okay. Okay, I have a new talking. A new talk. Isn't that good? They ain't that good.
Now I may have just made a mistake. So 4 prizes.
You are way more powerful.
Now-
than Mario.
If neither of us started with a basic, that would be what's called a mulligan. You would still put your prizes out and then you can take an extra card for each time your opponent doesn't have a basic.
But if it's a double.
But if you both don't have a basic, neither of you take it, because it's an advantage, really.
Yes.
So are you ready?
3, 2, 1.
Turn your cards over.
Hi, I'm the new talking Pokemon and I'm very mad at all times. And it all
I
times.
really should have started with the Dreepy. That was my mistake. So, draw for turn. You haven't put your prizes out.
Trying to put them. So I'm going to draw for turn. What can I do here? Well, you're going to train to do Dreepy, so I'm not going to let you. I retreat. Bring Dreepy out.
Right, so
And I will end my turn.
draw for turn. Onto the bench.
I'm very mad.
I'm actually going to put energy onto Dreepy.
I'm very mad at you. You're taking out Maryland. I'm just mad in general.
Oh, I should have really. I might have made another mistake.
Well,
Right, it's your turn.
I'm
Pass.
going to draw for turn. Well, if you have them.
Shauna.
Shauna?
Yeah. Do you want us to shuffle for you?
You shuffle. Anyways, the common. Terry. Anyways, you should very. Then, anyways, while we wait for this short shuffling, you should subscribe. Self motion.
Right, draw 5 cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And put Shauna into the discard pile.
Creepy out. You've made the one mistake.
Oh.
Now I will use its attack.
Now,
You won't retreat.
I take 10 damage because of that.
And you're not allowed to retreat.
And I'm not allowed to retreat the next turn. So maybe I should have played it the other way around. So I'm going to put Smeagol down on the bench. I've got an energy on there. What I'm going to do is put an energy on Smeagol. And then I'm just going to pass.
So I'm going to draw for turn. Meryl's back. I'm back. See,
Yeah.
I'm back. Hi, Meryl. God, you're mad in general. Anyways. I'm going to touch an energy. And then infestation.
Which is another 10 damage. And I can't retreat that Meloetta. I'm going to put another energy on Smeagol. And I'm going to pass.
So I'm going to draw for turn. First you down. And then infestation.
Which is another 10 damage. And now draw for turn.
I'm evil.
Right. Chili, Cillian and Cress. Search your deck for up to 3 Fusion Strike Pokemon. Reveal them and put them into your hand. So, this is going to be an easy selection. Because I would like to get Dragapult out eventually. Which means I need the Draklock. We've got a Dreepy on the bench there. And let's see if the other one is in our... Oh, and yes, we'll have Deoxys as well. Which is what we were leaving a space on the bench for.
Meanwhile, you get lace.
So, Deoxys down. The other cards all go into hand anyway. And we're going to evolve in... Oops, wrong evolution.
Oh, I put Lucario.
Dracloak. And that goes back here, and we're just going to pass again.
Oh, I actually have 3 Lucario. Okay. So I'll draw for 10. And, I'll place...
Was that a good idea?
I don't know.
Do you want to pull it back up?
Actually, I'll pull it back up.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust that.
You've already got one on your bench. You don't really need a second one on your bench yet. Can you play that card? Shall we read it? It says, shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 4. Yes, you can play it, but it would only get you 4 cards.
Yes.
If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you may draw 7 instead. So you can play it. It'll only get you 4 Pokemon out of your deck. 4 cards out of your deck, but it is going to rotate your hand, which is what's important for you at the moment, because it looks like you've been suffering from an energy shortage.
Yes. Anyways, while
Stop.
we're... Oh, okay, I guess that...
Draw 4 cards.
I'll draw for 10. 1, 2... Well, not draw for 10. I mean, the... Confusion.
Now the Bruno needs to go into the discard pile.
Goodbye, Bruno. And now... we call upon the one that's going to save our energy.
So Victini's been placed onto the bench,
Infestation!
which means we take another 10 damage, taking it up to 40. We've now only got 50 health points left. And this turn we can, in fact, where are you? Evolve into Dragapult. We will place another energy onto Smeagol, which means Smeagol's ready to go. And we'll just pass again.
Okay, I'm going to draw for 10.
So the issue that we've got at the moment is, even if we put an energy onto Meloetta, Meloetta couldn't retreat,
Yes.
even though it only takes 1 energy to retreat, because of the infestation. So quick ball, you have to discard a card.
Eat it.
You're getting rid of Elsa Sparkle,
And then
and then you search your deck for a Pokemon, a basic, is it? Or can you remember?
basic.
You can play this card only if you discard another card from your hand. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck.
Okay, this will also have to have a quick look through me deck. Okay, I know where my energy is.
All of your energy's there.
No.
Or your special energy.
My special energy.
Right, so
It's not going to be a good idea to bring out Deoxys.
so getting rid of that Elsa Sparkle hasn't really made any difference, because
No.
you couldn't have got it out of your prizes, and you would have had to get it back into your
squad.
deck. Right, so you're getting the squad out.
You get it?
Right, we'll give it a quick shuffle.
Ooh, I'm here. I'm very lucky currently. I don't think that loading is going on.
Right, so
Anyways.
are you attacking again, or have you got more to do?
Invest!
So we're now up to 550 damage. Draw for turn.
When will the Meloetta final?
I'm going to play Fog Crystal, which is going to allow me to look through this deck for an energy. There's an energy. Now it means I can also look through the deck, and what I'm doing here is I'm just checking what's actually in the deck.
I feel.
So yep, we can see that what we want out is all in the deck.
And then
So I'm going to discard that one. This card we got off the fog crystal. I'm then going to use Professor's Research to discard the Sonia, which then allows me to draw 7 new cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a new hand. We've already attached energy this turn, so we can't do anything that way. We've used a supporter, so we can't do anything that way. We'll put that back there, and I'm still not going to do anything. I'm still going to pass.
Okay, I'm going to draw for 10. Okay, what can we do? We can do... Actually, we have all of them, so... If we do you... How many cards do you have in your hand?
Oh, I've got loads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards.
Drop the copycat.
Oh, so copycat means that Ice shuffles in all of his cards and can then draw 7 cards because he's copying my hand.
Not the cards!
Not the cards, just the number of cards.
Yeah. Pretty lucky move. We're not going to say the pun though.
If you wanted to show the camera, you have to put it that way.
Yeah, but...
This is the top.
Anyways, 1. How many cards do you have again?
7.
1, 2.
Because I've just played a research.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel more powerful.
Oh, now he's starting to power up. He's Dreepy. He's evolved into a Tracloak.
And I will use Spooky Shot.
Which does 20 damage, taking us up to 70. So I have to use a second dice to show that it's got that little bit extra damage on. We've only got 20 health points left.
Simplify it. Then the dice goes up to 90. Goes up to 90.
So let's have a look. What can we do here? We can place an energy, and we're going to place an energy onto Deoxys. We're going to use Elsa's Sparkle. So we're searching through for this card. There's only one in the deck, and we are getting awfully low on the number of cards in the deck now. That's 8. So if we happen to use all of those 8 cards up, then that's where we're in trouble. Now, what I'd forgotten, if I'd put a single energy, in fact, I could use the Fusion Strike on Meloetta. Right, so our recording finished again. We did have Meloetta up front. I'll just quickly go back over it. So we used Elsa's Sparkle, because I don't know how far back it stopped recording. We used Elsa's Sparkle to put the Fusion Strike energy onto the Meloetta that was up front. We retreated it by discarding the Fusion Strike energy, and now we can attack with Tail Whop, which is going to put 80 damage onto 80 damage onto Dracloak. And that ends my turn.
So I'm going to draw for turn. And now you've made the biggest mistake. Speed attack.
Oh no.
Speed attack.
So that is a knockout, and Ice gets to take a prize card.
Do you think you
Now I've got to think about what card I'm going to bring up here. I've got to think very carefully, because I think what I need to do is I need to give myself a little bit of thinking space. So I'm just going to bring up this damaged Meloetta.
The damaged Meloetta.
I've got another one to go down on the bench. I'm going to play Sonia. And I'm going to get Sonia to get me, is it up to? Yeah, up to 2 energy. So because I'm short on cards in the deck, I'm actually just going to take the 1 from the Sonia. So that goes into the discard, that goes into my hand. I'm actually going to put that onto that Meloetta. And then I'll pass my turn again.
So I'm going to draw for turn. So then what I'm going to also do for Pokemon. Basic, okay. So bam!
Pokey Kid, yep. Search your deck for any Pokemon and put it into your hand.
So then you know what's coming up.
Oh, another Dragapult.
We're getting low.
You're getting low as well, are you?
Oh, you're
Getting so low he can shuffle his own deck now. So that has to go into your hand. Yeah. And then evolve, yeah.
Let's just use the fire energy on that actually.
Fog Crystal to get out a psychic energy.
Yeah.
Now you must remember when you're getting things like that, you can only get basic energies with a fog crystal. You cannot get special energies, even if they are special psychic energies. So
Speed attack, knockout.
speed attack knockout. So that means that Ice now takes another prize card. Right, so I'm going to bring up Is that a good idea? That's probably the wrong thing to do. It's probably the wrong thing to do. So draw for turn. Now I'm gonna be playing this onto yes, no, yes, no, there. I think that's the right thing to do. I'm going to play Sydney. Now Sydney says your opponent reveals their hand. So you have to show me your hand. I can discard up to 2 in any combination of tool cards, special energy cards and stadium cards. So I can discard 2. So we're going to have that special energy into the discard pile. And have you got anything else? Nope, there's no tool cards or anything, so that's all I can do with Sydney.
Good, you know why?
But it got that special energy out of his hand.
I wasn't even going to use it, but you know
Well,
why?
the only one you could have used it on would have been this one. But I now know that you've got another energy there.
Yeah, which...
So
So,
I will now do Melodious Echo, which is a knockout because it says 70 damage for each fusion strike. There's 2 fusion strike in play. So that is 140
Wait, no.
damage.
I'm not going to do that.
So I get to pick a prize.
Marl, it's time.
Oh, are you sure that's a good idea?
I like Marl gets me.
Okay.
Marl pulls off the damage, but actually... Oh! I'm going to use his first attack onto that.
Alright, I'll have to have a read of this one. So, Aqualiner. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay. So, he can do 20 damage to my... Are you sure that's where you want it?
Yep.
Because you could have done 40 damage to this one.
No, I've got a plan.
Okay. And it's my turn, so I draw for turn. I've got the card that I wanted. And Melodious Echo again. Knockout.
Okay. Okay, you've got 2.
So it's down neck and neck. 2 prizes each now.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to do that. I'm going
Oh.
to draw for turn. That was a mistake.
I had a feeling it might be.
I should have done that.
See, I expected you to bring up your Dragapult all along.
Yeah, that was what I was supposed to do. I was like, hold on, I should be able to. And then I was like, oh, but hold on, I just thought.
So you wanted to bring your Dragapult up this time, right? Take Jiggly back, bring the Dragapult up.
Okay. Now this.
Now, I mean, those of you that have followed the channels, no, this isn't Ice's first game or anything like that. We're just, when we're playing, I'm a little bit more lenient.
Okay. This could be the worst decision.
It could be. Especially if you haven't got a psychic energy. Oh, and he's got the psychic energy.
Then speed attack.
Speed attack, which is a knockout. So I've got to decide what to bring up before right. I'm going to bring up Deoxys. And I'm going to draw for turn. Now, I've pulled a schoolgirl, but I can't really play it. It would get us 2 extra cards, but I haven't got that many cards left in the deck, and I don't really want to end up decking myself out. I'll play an energy onto Deoxys. And I will use Photon Boost, and because Deoxys has a Fusion Strike card attached, it does 80 more damage, so that's 160 damage, knocking out Dragapult.
I've lost. I don't know what to do. You know what?
Now this was a very close game this time.
Do that. Do that. Any turn, I'm not doing anything else. I know lost.
Yeah, yep. So, I'll just put that one straight into my hand.
Unlucky.
And another photon boost. And I take my final prize card. Right, so hopefully we caught the end of the match there just before the battery went flat. That was 2 wins for me, so that means Dad gets to pick first. So let's just get these out of the way over here. So we have two, and I'll tell you what, let's turn them around this way.
Yep. So,
I think 1 pack each. And I'm going to go for this Gengar pack first. So are you going to take the other Gengar pack, or? Yeah. I'll go for this Bolt Hunt pack.
I have to pick the top.
Well, you could choose to pick one of the Genesect ones first.
Hold on, I need.
Right, so I'll take that one, and that leaves that Bolt Hunt for you.
Okay.
So what we're going to start with, the Bolt Hunt.
Yeah, since it's the newest.
Right, so start with the Bolt Hunt. And black code for you, white code for me.
Watch you just get all white in there.
Dark Energy. Shauna, I was just saying we didn't have enough Shaunas. Another Victini. Reverse Klefki and Araquanid. Oh,
Swamp it.
leave that one out because that's a hollow.
Let's do Genesect.
Genesect next. Shall we put these out of the way?
Yeah. You got lucky in this one. Sorry, that is a real bad cut.
Oh, a badly cut code. Could that mean something?
Could it mean that the card is terrible?
So, oh, I've got a black code this time, a black bordered code. 3, 4. Turn it over and I've got a Fire Energy, a Zarude, Bug Catcher, Simpo, Shelter. I can already see there's something there. I think Dad might win these after packs. Shinx, Simsage, and Bolt Hunt V.
Okay.
Last pack. So normally these would be the packs, if you were at a pre-release, that you would get after you've taken place in the pre-release. If you manage to come first or second, you generally get a few extra. In fact, normally the Beanie Games where we go, another black code,
And another
where
bad.
we go, if you can not have a loss, they give you an extra pack for a no loss, and that includes ties unless they change the format. So Zoroark, very nice. Schoolboy, Primeape, Totodile, Boniri, Clobberpuss. Oh, and I can already see it's something very nice.
I got 2 badly cut cards.
Very tasty there. Tymo, Zorua, a Mine and Reverse Hollow, and a Lesser Sparkle. We've got 2 Lesser Sparkles now.
And 2 badly cut cards.
And 2 badly cut codes, yeah. No idea why, but they are only codes.
Codes are codes.
So there we go. If you watched all the way through, thanks for watching all the way through.
Half the stuff.
Right, so shall we just do this again? We'll get one of these. We'll get one of these, and we'll just go. Well, that was two good games. Ice really tried to pull it back on that second game. Unfortunately, he was just to say pipped at the post there. My deck just being that little bit stronger than his. Ideally, he would have loved to have built the same deck, but the whole point is it is random evolution packs in those building battle boxes. He had free choice of which one he wanted. It could well have been the other way around had he picked the one I had. So I hope you've enjoyed watching us